guys, welcome to our little princess bedroom. Come in. You guys know the normal drill. Please go ahead to smash that like button and subscribe. Let's get straight into the video. This bedroom belongs to a 3-year-old princess. The brief for this room is pink. In fact, that was the first thing the mom said. I want my daughter to own a pink bedroom, and I went, how do we add some kind of uniqueness to this pink bedroom? Because the moment somebody says pink, I'm always very wary of the fact that they might just want to go all pink and might not want to introduce any other color. But the good thing is that they were very flexible with the colors, and yeah, here we are. So if you have followed most of our little girl's bedroom designs, we try to create a bedroom that the child can grow into. We don't just focus on that age, because I know what it can be like if you create a bedroom for just that age and then they outgrow. So it means you have to keep inviting us to upgrade the bedroom and all that. So for even me, the interior designer, I find it very stressful when it has to do with my kids, not to talk of people that have no clue about interior design. So we had to keep that in mind even while creating the pink bedroom. We first of all went with blush pink, very light pink all over the wall. This is one of the rooms the client was happy for us to introduce, colored paint. So we went with blush pink, and we wired the light on this side. You can see that there is a ceiling light on this side, just because we wanted to give her that whole fairy tale feeling. We introduced this lovely green bed. This bed is so beautiful. It is child friendly as well, because one of the things the dad mentioned was he wanted to make sure that the child was going to be protected. So we had to keep that in mind as well. So this bed is so beautiful. It comes with a very lovely pattern on the headboard, and that just makes a whole statement in this room. When you walk into this room, you're going to be wowed. Like, it just speaks princess vibe. Okay, and then we have accessorized the bed with fairy beddings mixed with a touch of the green and all that to make it look very unique and beautiful. Went with a deeper shade of pink for the curtains, just so that there is that little distinction from the wall. And then we added a little bit of privacy with these ivory shades behind. We introduced these 2 bedside tables with this bunny effect on top. I'm not sure you guys can see it clearly, but anyway, I'll show you guys on the bureau here. So we have that with a touch of wood. One thing we have also done in this room is we have also tried to blend in wood into the space. We have brought in different shades of wood just because we want it to feel timeless. So that is what we have done on the 2 sides. I love that the bedside table can blend in with her age, and she can also grow into it. So you just don't have to change it, because even me as an adult, if I have my way, I'll get a bunny bedside table. Anyway, so we have this ceiling lights, very beautiful. I love the ceiling lights. I'm not really a fan of using kit lighting in a bedroom, especially if the goal is to make sure that the room is a place the child can grow into. There's nothing wrong with using kit lighting. I feel like to create a balance, that's what we have done with the bedside light. That's very child friendly. We have also done that with the ceiling light that is very child friendly, very little girly vibe. But with the ceiling light, we have kept it a little bit grown up, right? The crystals to add glam to the space, and we went for semi-flushed. Just like I mentioned in my previous video, the client is so inclined to either flushed or semi-flushed ceiling light. So one of the brief again for this room was to have this canopy, right? So we have this little girl's canopy with her poof inside here, where she can stay and play and do her little girl thing in there. It's so beautiful, and I feel like it adds this whole princess vibe to the room. On the side of the wall, we introduced this floating shelf just to accessorize the room. Again, because it's a kids room, we had to introduce this lovely floating shelf that has the green, touch of green and pink in it. And we introduced this dressing table that can double as a reading desk for the child, because they were not so keen about having the dressing table. They felt she's too small, but I know that she needs to start using her dressing table. I know how important it is for a little girl to have mirror in her room. So that is why I felt the need to introduce this into her room. So if they are not ready for her to start using the table or the dressing table. She can just use it as her coloring table, reading table, whatever she needs to do with it. And then when she's of age, she can use it as her dressing table. So it comes with a stool. And I love the fact that the stool goes right under the table, so it's not taking up a lot of space. And then we have accessorized with this little beautiful rechargeable light table lamp that has different levels of lighting to it. It's so beautiful. Little details. One of the reasons why we introduced this ceiling light here is because we knew the canopy was going to be there, so we wanted to create that balance, right? I love symmetry a lot. I know I can be obsessed with symmetry. So ideally, we have this on both sides, but because we needed space for the canopy, I felt this was going to balance out with the canopy, and it just creates that princess vibe when you walk into the room. I mean, this shade of pink is not my ideal shade of pink, but I feel like it's just doing its thing here because with all the light shades of pink we have in this room, this just makes a statement on its own. We can't have so much of it, but that alone is enough to just make a statement. I love that frame. I just needed to put that out there. I have used this wall to add warmth to the room by introducing this beautiful ballerina picture. This is custom made for this little girl. What's not to love about it? So we had to frame it in this wooden frame, which makes a whole lot of statement when you walk into the room. Generally, we have just introduced wood in a very subtle way across the house. So this really makes a lot of sense. It's so beautiful. It looks really timeless. And I love that they are very large frames. So we have also introduced this rug just to tie in the whole space. When it comes to the little kids room, I'm not even a fan of having rug in the bedroom, rug on top of carpet. In fact, rug on top of carpet can be the most difficult thing to to work with, but for this particular room we felt the need to ground most of this furniture. Just, it just makes a whole lot of difference. It looks really beautiful. You can see on the accessory on the bed we have a mixture of the fairy duvet and the throw, and also the green throw. We have mixed up and we have accessorized with a touch of green in pattern and also with the throw. We introduced pattern on the bed with this cushion cover, and also we have this green. This is a different shade of green actually, but I love that it's different, so it just varies and it's not bland. Okay, now on this side you guys can see my beautiful little chair. I don't know. It wasn't very necessary to have this chair, but I think it was necessary, if that makes sense. It wasn't necessary, but it became necessary. I love this chair because it just makes a statement on its own. The shade of pink, and with this, pink cushion on it, the bow cushion. I think for me, this bow cushion, it's so beautiful. I don't know what to say. Like, it's just perfect. The little details in this room makes a whole lot of difference. The chair here was basically supposed to be on the other side, but because we have a radiator on that side, it won't be ideal to keep the chair in front of the radiator, so that if the radiator is on, it doesn't burn the little kid. So that's why we have the chair here, but it doesn't obstruct anything. The door can close. Movement is perfect, right? So we just felt the need to have the chair at the foot of the bed. Okay, so it serves as a foot bench, and the little girl can sit here to, pass time, read, pick up a book from there, which you guys are going to see. Anyway, come over to this side. So if you look at this side, we have introduced some floating shelf. Now, the reason why we had to put floating shelf is because there is no other space where we can keep the shelf. And truly, in a small room like this, there's no point having a shelf that goes on the ground. So we use up the vertical space. And that's what we have done with this. And we went with this green shelf. And we have this story corner by the side. It just tells a little kid that you can just sit here, read some stories before bedtime. This doesn't obstruct the wardrobe, because here we have this wardrobe. We were gunning for custom made wardrobe, but the budget for this room did not fly, so we had to go for this one. But I think this serves, because if you look closely into this wardrobe, there is enough space for the little girl to hang her clothes, and there is also space to fold. And then down here is a drawer, which is perfect for her. And then we have also put this wicker baskets up here. I feel like they can even add more if they need more, but at least this just shows that you can take up to 3 without feeling congested. And yeah, they can just store away all the school papers, all those little drawings to come back home with from school. And we have this little frame here with the beautiful princess dress. I don't think we went with any particular theme in this room, because I feel like when you overdo the theme thing, it just becomes boring. So if you notice, we had to mix and blend and just to get everything we want for this room. Looking at the room, I think this room has to be one of the best 3-year-old or little girl's bedroom we have ever styled, because we paid attention to details. We didn't restrict ourselves with either blending metals and wood, texture, patterns. Everything is perfectly blended into this room, and I'm sure that the client is going to be so excited. In fact, I even threatened the client that, look, your daughter's room is going to beat every corner of this house. But that's not true. Their room is very unique. The girls' room is very unique. You guys have not seen the living room. You cannot miss the living room review. It is spectacular. Anyway, this is what we have done with this room. Let me know what you love so much about this room. It's beautifully styled, and we hope that this little girl grows up to enjoy this room, create beautiful memories in this room. And yeah, that's all that we ask for. If you have any project in mind, please contact us on the email address that you will find in the description box. We could put it on the screen here as well. And follow us on all our socials. We share all the before and after, which is always very beautiful to watch. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in another video. Stay fabulous. Bye.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here, and the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you, I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try but don't succeed, yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me, the one who saves me.
I'm trying my best to hold on. It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try but don't succeed, yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me, the one who saves me. No, I can't get enough of what you do. I'll give you my everything. It's not much, but it's all I have.
You know we could run to a place where we belong, but I need you there with me to go on.